All right. Good morning. Today is May the 6th, 2025. And we have the price action here already going. I'm just setting up my chart. Yeah, it is what it is. No doubt is that. All right. So this is just the market gap down here. I have a chart of the Nasdaq and the SPX. For the Nasdaq, though, I have it at 15 minutes, and for the SPX, I have a 5-minute chart. That's typically what I like trading on, the 5-minute charts. So looking at if you look at a daily chart, this looks like it's gonna be a green day, and no doubt it's gonna be a green day. I think so. There was a massive gap down here from yesterday. So today felt like it was going down, then started running up. I mean, I could have taken this for sure, no doubt. But I like to get in on a trade when I am pretty sure, or when I'm convinced that things, when I'm convinced of the trend, when the trend is pretty much clear. Right now, the trend is pretty much clear that it could be a green day, at least looking at the daily chart. So whew, 11, 15 a.m., 11:30 p.m. All right, just set them up here. So this is what I call an inverse action and crossing. Typically, when you have this, the price is gonna come down, and then if the trend is up, it's gonna continue going up. So I could get in here, but I don't wanna. I know that it could change any moment. It could come down any moment. So because of that reason, I'm just gonna wait. I'm going to wait and see what happens. So the price should come down, and that's what I'm hoping for. Something like this. Yeah, there we go. So usually you want to wait. You want to be very patient. You want to wait until things are pretty clear. So, I mean, that is the way that I trade. So I'm just projecting this. I could get 0.97 or 0.99 is a real possibility, at least today. Just gonna drag this out here. So this is so it's something like this. This is what's gonna happen here if it's gonna be a green day. So just keeping that in mind, you kind of want to control yourself. So hoping for a 38.2 or 23.6 reversal, and I'm gonna go 5 contracts with that. So I want to mark it up here too on this chart. $9.30. All right, so all we have to do is just wait. On the 15-minute chart, we can see what's going on there. So now this could still be a red day, but considering that it has already gapped down this much, this is pretty much the range that you normally get. So we'll see what happens there. Just waiting for this reversal now. I could get it on. I could get it and chase the reversal, but I'm not gonna do that. That's not where the, that's not where the meat is. The meat is following the trend. There could be a short run. I could chase it, but I don't want to do that. It's easy to lose focus doing that. It's easy to lose focus on what is the main stuff doing that. So I'm just gonna wait for the trend. Now if the uptrend, if it's going up, if that's eventually gonna be the trend, I'm just gonna wait for that. Here, this is 1020. Yep. All right, so that's this first leg here. So probably want to get in somewhere here at this point here. So the daily chart is already shaping itself to be a green day. It doesn't mean that it's gonna end green. It could end red by the end of the day, but this leg up now, this trend is going to be a green trend. That is the true trend run. Again, it's easy to see that the volatility has died down from a couple of weeks ago. April 9th, for example, was a very wide day. The day before that, the same, and 7 days after April 9th was pretty volatile. So actually, starting from February 21st, has been pretty volatile. So now, yesterday, May 5th, it's kind of beginning to die down on the volatility, which is, I think, could be a good thing. So here is the sell-off. Um, hoping that to touch down to 23.6 or 38.2. That's what I'm hoping to see or looking to see. So thinking this probably would more or less would be, uh, if I'm not mistaken, would be 11:30 and 11:45. Probably that's when. So this would be 11:45. All right. So still waiting. Chasing the trend here is not really a smart move. Well, I mean, it could be, but it is actually. But for me, it's not. It's not worth it for me. Yeah, I could have gotten in somewhere here, but um, as a rule for me, if at least for now, I don't get in on trades before 10:30. I get in on trades after 10:30. That's when I get in on trades. After 10:30, you can. It's much easier, at least for me, to have a scope of what's going on. You know what's going on. Before 10:30, you could still make a good profit for sure, like here. But I try to avoid it as much as possible. So this is 10:20. Yeah, the volatility is gone now. That's for sure. Um, Yeah, it's no doubt a green day. There's no doubt about that. At least that's what it's looking like on the daily chart. Um, green day or green close. Don't forget there was a gap down here, and the market is trying to fill that gap from here, which it may eventually do by the middle of the day. I believe so. Again, the volatility is now dried up. So at least it's good to see that. Let's call these 38, 1, 2. So this is 43, 0.79, and 30. So 38.2 is a good reversal point. Could be lower than that, but after that, then we should be looking at something like this. Okay, right, so just wait. Now, if you wanted to get in on, if you wanted to chase this red, you have two problems. You don't know where exactly it's gonna get down to. You could guess maybe 38.2 feet and 50 points, 50% retracement. But again, one of the bigger issues is where to get in. First, you want to let that red candle close first before you actually get in. But the risk to reward is what I'm looking at, so that's the reason why I'm just not gonna chase that. I'm gonna wait for the longs. So the 15-minute chart, looking at that too, looks good. Looking at that looks good. So let's start updating that. So this is 170. Yeah. It's funny how the volatility kind of died up here. 2 weeks ago, it was crazy. It was something else. But it was fun trading there at least. Getting that experience, the AR counts. So this is pretty much nothing now. So yeah, a good shot would be getting down here and getting short here and taking profit somewhere here. The problem is that it may not get there. It may not get the 50 ESR. It could stop at 38.2, which is also good. But I'm just gonna stay out of it. I like to stay out of it. I think I have my reasons for saying this now. I know it's actually good. It's a good run. Perhaps I should. The risk to reward is good, so I should go with 5. Let's go with small then. Yeah, I think I should. I will. And just have that stop. Stop here. It's a good risk to reward, so I'm gonna get in there. I'm going in small contracts because this is not really what I was hoping to trade. And also because it could come up here and just bounce. So okay, I'm gonna get in. Let's do this. Stayed. Yeah. So okay, I'm just gonna wait. Now it's a good risk to reward. Here 38.2, could even be 50. So 38.2 is good. Yeah, I think that's good. Thinking of going into more, to be honest with you, because if I was thinking to go long, this may not even be a good long. So yeah, I'm gonna go in 2 more. That's fine. Oh, 43 anyways. So I want to see it come down to 38. I really don't like those charts, but so 38 is just about, where is it? This is 23.6. 38. So this is just about right here. looking at the 15 minutes charts to kind of see what's going on there. So it's looking okay. Now, what I would prefer is getting in on the longs, and if it gets down here, I'm gonna see there's opportunity to get in on the longs, and I would get in on the longs if there's that opportunity there. So this is, I don't know what this is, what this then is. This weakness. So I'm just gonna take this out just to see what's going on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm not, if it takes out my stop loss, I'm not gonna go chasing the longs. Then I will chase the short. That's if it takes out my stop loss. I think it would. It's looking like it's gonna do that. But if he does that, that's totally fine. Yeah, it's gonna do that. Yeah, I know there's like this. So there we go. There we go. Oh my God. Okay, fine. Took me out. Oh, it's totally fine. Yeah, it took me out for a tiny loss there. For a loss. Actually not tiny, that's a big loss. But I'm gonna wait to get in a short again. I think my best trade would be going short, because going long is not good. Going long is not a good idea. I don't think so. Yeah, even though I could go long, but I'm not gonna go long there. I just better wait and just let it kind of do what it wants to do. Yeah, it's gonna come down eventually. In this case, the best thing would be to just get in shot. So yeah, it's gonna come down. There's gonna be at least 2 15 minutes red candle, and here probably 3 to 4 red candles. So, but it has to close red first. That has to be. There we go. So this has to close red. Then I know. This 5 minutes has to close red. So wait till 10:55. And probably, if he's gonna do that, probably 50% or even 78 would be, if he's doing that. Well, let's wait till it closes here. This is only 5 points, okay? There we go. I want to see this end red. So if this candle closes red, then I know that I can go short. And going short may actually be the best thing to do here, because so it could get somewhere here, 50 or 61, but 50 is my target. Just a good. 50 is my target, which is still good. All right, I'm still waiting. Okay, all right. It's 10:54, so one more minute, and then we can go short. And that candle has to close red. If it doesn't close red, then the first trade was not the trade. I should have just used 3 contracts instead of that 5 contracts. That was the first mistake because of this. Because of something I call double confirmation theory, and this is the double confirmation theory. That's double touch. Here, this is pretty far. I'm gonna drag it down all the time. So my stop loss would be here. Just put it up. Would be here, and take profit would be here. So I feel like this is much better trade now. There's much conviction on this trade than the first time. Doesn't mean that it can't go wrong. It could go wrong. It could still go wrong. What's going on? I don't know what's going on with this. Yeah, what's going on here though? Okay, all right. So this is much better entry than this first entry here, because the first entry, yeah, I could have used a light stop or light contracts, but I used way too much contracts on that. So now I'm looking to see 38.50, 38.50. Now, if it goes up and take me out again, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm gonna be pissed because I don't know what's going on now. It's doing pretty weird stuff, really weird stuff, and that again is one of the reasons why I like following that trend, because of this weird stuff, you know. Well, I hope it doesn't take me out, but if it takes me out, that's totally fine. So I have my stop here, just a little bit there, that's fine. So if I can catch this down leg here, then I may enter again with just a slight contract, depending on how much money I make here. Try to chase it up again, but the daily chart certainly looks bullish, so I'm okay. Going to just label this, call it what it is. Yeah, the first entry wasn't a good entry, and I did not like the fact that I went in that entry with a lot of contracts. I don't like that. I don't like that. This is 10:45. looking at the 50 minutes chart of the Nasdaq. Yeah, this is not looking good, but I like to see it go down. That's what I like to see, but it's not doing that, and yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. Probably one of the reasons why I don't like trying to catch those ones. Reversals, this is probably one of the reasons. But it'll still be fine. Maybe I can just go with a flip to the upside now and just go with the flow there. So it's probably possibly could be 15 more minutes to the upside, 15, 30, 30 more minutes, 45 more minutes to the upside. Yeah, that sucks. It sucks. Yeah, it does. Okay, but I mean, it's good news for the longs because now you can get in on the long and possibly gonna be going up more if that's the case. Yeah, this does really suck. Okay, all right, at least I know what it is. So now if it continues going up, then it's gonna look something like this. Then it's gonna be a very good sell-off. Probably taking me out already, I think. Now, if it's doing this, this just means it's gonna go up more. But I'd really be surprised if this doesn't come down to at least 38. Now, if it keeps on going up and goes up to say 50 points, then at 50 points, there's gonna be a massive downwards movement down to that point down there, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to chase that, to be honest. But we'll see. Like, what the heck is this? Yeah, it's doing things that I don't recognize. That's the thing there. I don't really know what's going on here. Like, I don't really recognize this. Like, haven't seen this stuff. So it might be something like this. There we go. So it's gonna take me out then. Yeah, I'll try. My best bet is probably to get in those shot. That's my best bet. If it takes me out there, I'm just gonna try and see if I get in on the shot again. Yesterday was really weird. Same again today. It's a weird price action. Like, it's a really nasty price action. And I really don't know what to make of it. Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy. This is indeed a crazy price action. Just curious, looking at the 1 minute chart, see what it looks like here. Yeah, it's a little bit nasty, but like, I don't even, there are some price actions you don't know what's, I think this is just one of those. You really don't know what the heck is going on. So this is, yeah, NDQ is much more cleaner. The Nasdaq is much cleaner, way much cleaner than the SPX. The SPX is just a mess, and you can see clearly what's going on with the Nasdaq. My God, my God, my God. All right. So naturally, this is probably where I would want to add more to the shorts, but I'm just gonna limit the number of contracts I'm trading, at least for this week. Next week I should be able to to go up a little bit. So anyway, let's watch. Okay, now again, I want to get in on the green. I want to get in on the run up, but getting in here doesn't make any sense. So I have to wait. I want to see 38 or even 50. Yeah, this is just what a day. Okay, I probably should be doing that now. This is 187, 95, at 10:45. Okay, let's put this back to 15 minutes again. Yeah, kind of changed a little bit there, but I think it's gonna take out the stop loss here, which if it does, it's totally fine. But we'll have to wait for this candle to close anyway. If it does, then we're looking at 55 points or so to this right here, which is what is it, 63 points, 64 points. So that's what we're looking at there, which Yeah. Yeah, what I would like to see is right candle, but I'm beginning to kind of worry because if this is doing this, it's probably gonna continue going up. Well, that's the trend. It's gonna continue going up for sure. But yeah, I'm totally on the wrong side of that trade. That's what it looks like. I do hate it when it takes a long time to kind of move. This is just pretty much saying that, oh, I'm gonna go up. That's what this is. That's what this is, and it's a bit sad because I'm already. I guess it is. I'm already long. Actually, I'm already short, and probably shouldn't have been that short. At least not by this much. This is pretty much a weird day. The past 2 days have been pretty much weird. It's not normal, not typically normal what you get, but still fine. Yeah, and now it's gonna take me out with a loss, and this hasn't done much. Yeah, so it's pretty much doing 23.6 ESR. This is mostly the reason why I don't like. Well, actually, not really. The trend is up. The trend is green. There we go. All right, so probably took me out already. Should. It's so if it takes me out, and I think I may go long. In that case, my stop loss would be right here. It's right below here. Though I'm not sure what's going on here. Like this is just, I like that's five. That's so much. Almost 30 minutes of this right here. You don't see this often, but that's totally fine. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Almost 1 hour of just bouncing around. Okay, all right. So my stop loss would be this on this. Yeah, if I'm going long, that would be my stop loss, and this would probably end at 12:30. I'm thinking, not 11:30, because this is pretty intense. Then, or at least 12 o'clock. This would be so. This would be yeah. I took it out. Um, yeah, this is a pretty much weird day, but totally fine. Um, Honestly, this is a pretty much weird day. I haven't. Yesterday was weird. Today's the same weird. Um, Let me make this a 5 minutes so I can see. Um, okay, so the stop loss would be yeah. It's probably better off. Yeah, I was probably better off going longs than going short. Um, yeah, but it made sense. All this bouncing around here was just to you know just to say that okay, I'm gonna go long. So this is probably going more. What is going on here? Okay, let's take the 5 minutes then. Yeah, weird day indeed. A really weird day, I must say. So it has to get to here, which is, if I'm not mistaken, this is 64 points. Let's call it 63 points, and this is 1.16. Now it's a matter of when does it get there. Yeah, this is probably one of the weirdest days I've seen. I've traded, especially with futures anyway. Now it could come down and just knock me out of my stop loss. It could come down now. So probably better to just put that stop loss right here. That is where it should be. Yeah. Yeah, this is not as very like that. This should be a short, not a long. Interesting day. Interesting day, really. Yeah, this is now the pure red day. What a fucking, yeah, what, it's pretty annoying, but okay. What is that? Yeah. I'm just trying to think what's going on here. Trying to see what's going on here. I'm not sure too what's going on. Yeah, this is one of those days. Yeah. He almost took out my my stop loss. He almost took it out. Yeah. I'm kind of getting confused. I'm not sure what's going on here. I think I may just have to cut off. It's obviously it's a loss, but it is what it is. Like I'm having a hard time understanding what's going on this chat. I don't know what's going on. Like, what's all this stuff? I don't know. Because I don't know what's going on here, and this is already 50 points, 0.99, and it's not It's not a whole lot away from 63 points. Sure, it could go to 13 points, 57 points, but I'm pretty much at the top of the range. So this is just yeah, it's just nasty price action. Really, it's just nasty price action. And this 15-minute candle being a green candle here also tells me that we are pretty much near the end of this uptrend. So yeah, this is a nasty price action. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and reduce the to reduce it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and reduce it because right now it's just being risky. Yeah, this is probably one of the, today and yesterday it was something else. So I'm gonna go ahead and reduce this risk. It's too risky. And that other one, I'm just gonna let that. I'm gonna let it take out a stop loss if it wants to. And if it does that, I'm gonna get in short. Today has been a hard one. Yesterday also, so that's totally fine. Ooh. Yeah, I may get in on a shot again because this is pretty much at the top of the trend, and this was, of course, this was to go higher. This was to go probably to this point here, but before it gets there, there has to be a significant drawdown, a retrace to 38 or 20, 23 or probably 38 or 50 before it starts going up. So if it takes out my stop loss, then I'm just going to chase some downtrend. I just left two more contracts there to kind of run up there and see what happens. So what is going on here? This is a red close. Yeah, today is it's a very in a way difficult. I got it on this right here, which kind of messed up my day. And then this weird stuff here, this doesn't usually happen, but it happened today. So I want this to take me out, then I can get in shot. See what's going on there anyway. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm gonna go short there because I feel like this is what my stop loss would be right here. That tight stop loss. So all this noise, all this noise, all this noise, all these noises. So there we go. This is what I was looking for. Now, unfortunately, I got into all this noise here, which is not good, but this is what I was looking for. So where is my stop loss? Yeah, so if this trend should continue, then we're looking at even 50, possibly 50. This is what I was looking for, but all this noise is, kind of cut me up with the stop loss and all that stuff. So all right, there we go. I mean, it's unfortunate, but stuff like that happens. As a matter of fact, this could also be a red day. Looking at the daily chart now, it could turn out to be a red day. I want to see the 5-minute chart on. So there we go. Okay, all right. All right, there we go. So I got caught up on all this noise here, which sucks. But so okay, all right. So we have stuff like this, something like this. Now this may not even apply. I'm gonna see what happens here. There's, there's nasty price action here, which is crazy. Though this was good. There we go. This is more or less what I want to see. I want to see it down more. Hopefully 50. Yeah, fortunately I got caught up on some of this nonsense. Yeah, this is probably one of the. I'm just gonna take some profits here because this is. Yeah, this is. Um, I kind of want to see it go down more, but this is just a wishful stuff. It's not really based on what could happen on the charts, and I think it's good for me to just take that loss and just move on. You know, like 38.2 is good. That's usually what it would be. Though I think this may get down to 50. That's what I think, but not usually the case though. What I can do is I can probably bring my buy stop here and just let it go. You know, bring the buy stop to break even, and just watch what happens anyway. I think that makes more sense. If it takes me out, which is probably should be the stop, really should be right here. But if he goes ahead and takes me out, I think that's fine, and then I would be done for today, with this loss here, which is totally okay. just gonna put that mark there. Says that it is 38.2. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that, like this. If it takes me out, then this is the end of today. Now I'm gonna trade my other accounts, but this will be in the end of today for this account. Today would have been a loss. I would be a loss, but is that is totally fine, absolutely fine. I mean, look at how nasty it is. So yeah, look at how nasty it is. All right, at least lesson would be not trying to chase something like this. This is 43 points, not a whole lot. And what's the tiny break even? It doesn't even make much difference. It doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, anyway. If it takes me out, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream and wait for 1 p.m. before I can trade my other account. pretty close to taking me out here, and I think it might take me out. But if it does take me out, then this is it for today. It's a nasty day, but you know, it's what it is. Yeah, I still can't understand what this is. Like, I don't even know what to call it. All right. I think I have my. Thing. Okay. Ooh.